What's good, everybody? Of course, you already know who it is. It is your boy Thesis. Today, we're doing a basic mic battle. The first one is a K688 CT dynamic microphone from FiFine. And then the other one is a Maono PD100W wireless mic. You guys keep it locked. Stay tuned. All right, so first I want to go over this K688 CT dynamic microphone. This is the microphone that I'm actually using right now so that you guys can get the gist pretty much of how it is. It is a dynamic microphone. It comes with a boom arm. It comes with this shock mount and the actual mic. And one thing I will say is that it's a dynamic mic. You have the two options of going between the USB or an actual XLR. XLR is definitely going to always be the better source for you to get the better sound out of your system. Of course, there's nothing wrong with USB. It has a mute function on the top of this, right? You can't use the mute function inside on XLR mode, I'll call it that, but inside when you put it connected to USB, you can actually mute the mic on top of this one and stop it like that. The other thing that I don't like about this is that on the bottom right here, they have the mic and the earphones swapped, which is extremely weird. I think if they would go and switch that, it will make better sense and better placement. But as far as the actual sound, I think the sound is pretty good. I would say that I wouldn't, me personally, wouldn't use this in an actual studio setting, like studio recording, because it's a dynamic mic. So you can't go around on the sides. If you go on the sides and go away, it should drift away or drift, sound totally different, but you have to go directly into the mic. So this specifically, I would say, is dedicated towards podcasting or streaming and, setting it up in that sense. It does come in black and white online, very affordable. So if you're looking to get started on podcasting and you want to have it where you can hook up either XLR or you can hook up with a USB, then you definitely have that option. Okay, so now we're going to switch over so that you guys can see the Maono PD100W. On the picture, this is what it comes with. You see the actual transmitter and the actual mic. It'll open up and it has different options that you guys can check out. If you want to test out and, record, then you could record right here. It gives you the percentage of the actual mic itself. It charges pretty fast and it has a really, really good sound. You can control the mic gain right here. This has headphone options. So if you want to connect your earphone, you can connect it directly. Now, one thing I will say is that I tested out the earphone connection to, let's say, for instance, my headphone amp. It doesn't register that way. So you have to either use the earphones directly. So if that's something that they could work on, then that would be a cool thing. But as far as noise cancellation, they have three options. So you have slight, moderate, and aggressive. Of course, this is slight. I don't have anything on right now. But let's say I turn the fan on. All right, and then this would be moderate. This is moderate talking. And this is aggressive. So at some point you shouldn't hear the fan at all. So that's one thing I do like about this. Now the fun part is that you have different scenes that you could pick. So you have different either original game settings, stream settings, or you can actually create what is this sing, which would then add reverb to your actual voice. But you can have different presets as well. So I've already preset, and this is the flat original sound that will be coming out of it. And this is my actual preset that I've used. And it's always good to make these presets because each room is different. As far as lights is concerned, you have either fixed breathing where it goes in and out. It'll pulse in and out like that. Or you can just actually loop. You can make a custom library and you can control the actual brightness. So let's say, for instance, if I want to just pull it all the way down, I can pull it all the way down, or I can bring it back up. This is actually a good one. I actually used this in a video that you guys can check out right there. And I pretty much, was just free with it. I will say that you do have to be careful with placement of the wireless mic, because if you had it on the table and you're hitting your hand or you hit the table, you're gonna hear that bump, you're gonna hear those sounds. So yeah, just be mindful of that. But definitely a cool wireless mic to check out. I think between the two, they're both very, very basic as far as cost is concerned. One does cost less than the other. I will be leaving the links in the description so that you guys can check those out. Also, make sure that you go and check out the actual websites. But let me know what you guys think about these two mics and which one you guys would think would fit your needs a little bit better. For me personally, I'm definitely going to be using the wireless one a little bit more. The FiFine is not an actual recording mic. It's a streaming or podcast mic. So it definitely fits perfect for that. So if you're looking for that in that area with XLR is perfect. If you're looking for a podcast and streaming mic without cords, then the Maono PD100W might actually be your choice. But I appreciate you guys for coming through and checking out the video. Definitely again, subscribe and like. Don't forget also, you can hype the video too at the same time. It's a new thing they got going on there. So I think that's kind of cool. So if you guys want to, definitely hype the video. But another one's done, another one in the books. You guys already know who it is. It's your boy Thesis. Peace.